everybody, how are you? Oh my goodness, it's Saturday morning, and I have been watching and seeing how people are really sweetly reacting during this time of isolation and being homebound during the coronavirus. It's fun and funny in some ways to watch people responding and with humor and with love. It's really awesome. And also, I want to acknowledge that, being together so much and being cooped up so much can be really challenging. And I just want to say that, yeah, it can be really challenging to be in each other's space. And so it's so interesting. Like, I think about people who are alone, and I think, oh, I bet that they wish that they had people that they could be cooped up with. And then there's those of us who are cooped up with people, wishing that we could have just a moment alone. I don't know. It's interesting to think about. But today I wanted to talk about gratitude. And even though, um, this is something I talk about all the time, I think it's important to know that there's some science and some huge benefits towards being grateful in times of challenge. And this book, if you haven't read it, it's one of my favorites. It's called Thanks, and it's by Patrick Emmons, or excuse me, Robert Emmons. And he's a researcher, a gratitude researcher. And it has been, this book has been really fun for me to read. And I wanted to pull out something that I remembered reading because in times of when we're feeling challenged, in times of difficulty, in times of um, hardship, sometimes it's difficult to find a silver lining. It's hard to find something to be thankful for. So I want to tell you what the research says with regard to how gratitude can strengthen our relationships with each other. Okay? So what Robert Emmons came up with his research was just a lot of things that were surprising. And one of the things that gratitude does is it strengthens relationships. An unexpected benefit from his research was that people reported feeling closer and more connected to each other. They were seen as more helpful by their partners and by the other people in their social network. There is evidence that people who are high on dispositional gratitude, the habitual tendency towards being aware of your blessings in life, have better relationships, are more likely to protect and preserve those relationships, are more securely attached, and are less lonely. That grateful people are less lonely is a particular key finding. So this time that we're in, we're already isolated in our little pods. And I think we have a unique opportunity within this time to connect even more, connect even further, and deepen the relationships with the people that we are in relationship with by finding gratitude in difficulty. He continues, people who have an easier time conjuring up reasons to be grateful are less likely to say that they lack companionship and that no one really knows them well. Our innate longing for belonging is strengthened when we experience and express heartfelt gratitude. So what I have been doing is in my own personal life is I've been in these difficult and challenging times when we can't really do anything and we're kind of stuck together, is I've been trying to really be grateful. in these moments and to really look at them as an opportunity to connect. Particularly, I have two teenage daughters who really aren't super interested in connecting with me. Can I get an amen? But that's totally normal. But I've been really looking at this time, this sweet time together, even if it's just we're kind of sitting in each other's space, doing our own thing, as an opportunity to be together. And it has been really kind of sweet in some of, yes, that I hear. I just got an amen. I don't know. It's been really sweet to see and to feel. And so what I keep doing is I keep kind of digging into gratitude. And I keep seeking opportunities for the simplest of things to be grateful for. Cooking together, baking together. I don't bake, but being in the same space as my partner while he's baking and watching him bake with the kids. We're doing art projects. We just sit and read together. We share stuff on YouTube together. We share funny memes. But I'm so grateful in this difficulty that we have this time together that we would never have normally had. And what the research shows is that when you can seek out things to be grateful for and thankful for, especially in moments of difficulty, A, it will ease the difficulty of the situation, and B, it will strengthen your relationships. And so we went into this time in our family, we went into this time, well, I can only speak for our family. Like we maybe took it for granted. We took our time together for granted. And so maybe we would be more apt to kind of rub up against each other or say things that are harsh. And I've been trying really hard in my own home to not do that and to try really hard to just be like thankful that we have this little bit of precious time that maybe we'll look back on in 20 years and be like, remember that when we had to just kind of be at home for a long time, day after day, getting along and dealing with each other and having fun? Remember when we had to do that? I don't know. I've been trying to look at it as an opportunity. And I've been trying to find moments of deep gratitude in the difficulty. And as the research bears out, it will have a positive effect on your outlook toward a difficult situation. And gratitude will have a deepening positive effect on your relationships. So I invite you to practice some gratitude, to seek out opportunities, to look at a situation and be like, wow, this sucks, but what can I find in here to be grateful for? And let me know how it goes. I'm going to be coming on every day at 8 o'clock for about 10 minutes or so, and I'm going to bring forward stuff that I read and things that may or may not help. I would love to get some feedback from you about what you might want to chat about. Have a great day. Talk to you later.